The Z900 RS. You see it, you love it, I'll love it. Alright, now I've already ridden the Z900 many times, but if I come tomorrow, I'll ride that bike, get a video of that bike. But I like this bike. I like the way it looks. It looks so much like the Z650 RS. Don't like the exhaust. I do like the chrome though. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, look at it. 900cc, 4-cylinder, smoothness. Let's see. Oh, get out of here. Okay. Alright. Don't come back and see me. Alright, so it has literally the same little gauge in the middle. But I need to make sure. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, she's nice. Alright, what mode? I want to change the traction control mode. Do I do select? Or do I just... I'm gonna do off. I'm gonna do off, and that's it. It's literally set up. Hopefully the GoPro doesn't die. I literally got 40% and it uses about that much per video. So let's see what we're looking at. I might turn her off and start it back up when we get out of here.
Z900 Rs.
She is peppy. Oh man, oh, this bike feels great already. I'm to the point now, guys, where I can feel if I'm gonna like a bike initially, you know. What is that? ZX6? Is that really how it like how it looks? It doesn't look as cramped when you see somebody sitting on it. But yeah, I can literally tell if yeah, beat you, pony boy. What's up? Oh my god, I love this bike. This is exactly what I remembered. It definitely doesn't feel as powerful as that. It doesn't feel nearly as powerful as that does. But it is powerful. Now, I've already ridden this bike. I've wheelied this bike. I've, done everything but take it through twisties. Oh, this is one of the only bikes today that doesn't have a quick shifter. One of the only bikes today that doesn't have a quick shifter. So, boo-hoo. But and then also, it's hard for me on this bike to find the shifter. This is the hardest one for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, she's spitting a little bit. Okay, she is spitting a little bit. But yeah, it's hard for me to find the shifter going up. It's weird because you have to reach in. This is the only one, I promise. The only one. It has to be one. But other than that, I really like this bike. The brakes are fine. They're nice and powerful. They are dual piston, and they look nice Kawasaki branding on them, if you can see that. If not, you probably saw it in the walk around. I love the dual gauges. Now this does look like the same font as the Z650. I wonder if I got one close. No, I don't. Freaking Mitch back there. It does have adjustable suspension in the front. Not sure about in the rear. Can't tell. But also the tank is very similar. This looks very, very similar, if not almost exactly the same as the Z650 RS. Just a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger. So the tank's a little bit bigger, but still nice and low. The bars aren't as narrow, but they still do like a little sweep. I wouldn't have mind it if they were out a little, a little bit further, and they were back a tiny bit further. But minor gripe. It feels fine. It has you leaning forward in a semi-aggressive stance, and that's fine. That's just fine. I really like this bike. But by the end of this ride, we're going to determine if I would get this bike or just the regular Z900. Time for some tires, Kawasaki. Alright, just cruising down the street. I actually really like this section because it's nice and relaxing. It simulates, kind of the real world, pretty good. This route actually is fantastic. Gives you a little bit of everything. But the suspension on this thing is like dialed in. I don't know if it's the settings or what, but I feel like I'm just above it all. It's one of the best riding bikes that I've ridden today, besides maybe that Ninja 1000. But this thing, it's one of the smoothest as well. I'm sitting at 5K right now, and I feel it tingling. But it's honestly not that big a deal. I always seem to find the guy that wants some revs. If you roll the window down and look at me with that look, that means you want revs, and I gave it to him. I don't disappoint people. I don't. I'm sure he'd rather be on this than in that Hyundai, and I don't blame him. He's a smart guy. He looked brilliant. Anyways, back to the bike, because I get sidetracked very easily. This bike is just very comfortable. The riding position, this has to be either the best or the second best, maybe third, because that Versys has to be included, because the riding position on that was fantastic. But let's take the Versys out of this and focus on more sport bikes. And this is the most comfortable bike, I would say. I literally feel very neutral. I don't feel he's poking up in my space, boy. Anyways, it feels very neutral. You don't feel like any pressure, but you got to remember, guys, I'm 6'2", so if you're shorter, it might be a little bit more of a reach. But this has to be the best handlebar, setup, and then front and back, it's just perfect for me. Perfect. If I was just doing like normal, not aggressive riding, this would be the bike I'd choose. It would be that, or the Ninja 1000 SX was fantastic as well for that. But let's see. And that bike has a quick shifter, so and it's an actual 1000. This is like a wannabe 1000. So look at that. Look at this bike. Hold on. Come on. Bring it back. Come on, there we go. He ain't even challenged me to the slow roll. I could wheelie this thing right now. I already got the modes off, and it doesn't show like sport mode or anything. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see it. So let's try it. I'm gonna try not to slow this guy up, but yeah, this bike just I can't recommend this bike enough. If you want a 900, and you don't want an FZ09 because you think it wheelies too much, which it can, but yeah, you can get around that, whatever. But if you don't want an FZ09 for some reason, and you're looking at this, or what would be the comparison? This is Kawasaki, Honda Honda doesn't make anything in this category. They have the CB1000 and the CB650, whereas the CB650 punches a little bit above its weight class. It still isn't this. It still isn't this. I'm starting to figure out what this guy wants. He just wants me to go. Now I have to get used to this slipper clutch. I'm used to a harder pull, so I'm grabbing it and releasing it really fast because I'm used to, you know, a little bit heavier of a pull. But this is like, the clutch is fine. It's really light. I'm pretty sure it has a slipper clutch. Everything about this bike is just really easy. Really easy. Oh God, I like this thing. Very neutral through the corners. It doesn't feel really heavy like the other bikes. It feels the most balanced, honestly. I think this has to be the most, like, it's not too far that way, but it's not too far that way. You know, it's like the perfect in between. It's like a perfect tweener bike, you know, and that's what it is. It's the tweener bike between the Z650, Ninja 650, all the 650 stuff, and the 1000 stuff. So it is a ultimate tweener bike, you know, ultimate tweener bike. I like this. I really like this thing. I was not expecting this thing. I was not expecting this thing. I was not expecting this thing to be this good. I think he just wanted to accelerate, so he was gonna let me come back by. But he's good. I'll be in the back. I'll be in the back. That's fine. Pop a wheelie. Yeah, he didn't listen to the rules. No problem. So this means now that I can slingshot. I've been waiting to be in the back with nobody behind me. She pull skis, bro. Pull skis. Oh my God, it pulls. This bike pulls very hard. This reminds me of like a newer version of that SX, the Ninja 1000 SX. Like, it's a little bit more updated, but I think that Ninja is too, but I'm not sure. But it just feels, I mean, look at this thing. It's just dancing. You come in oh my God, this feels better than my Z9. Oh, this makes me feel like a superhero. And it has traction control, which is the FZ09. Well, mine doesn't. But this feels better than that bike. And I rode the MT-09s too, and I didn't get to throw them around really. Which one I rode? The RS. The XSR. Yeah. Yeah, this is fantastic. Honestly, if Kawasaki, Good Times, look on Facebook right now for Good Times Kawasaki demo tour. If they're coming to your city, ride this bike. I don't care if it's a Z900 or this. I don't know if they're tuned different. I need to find out. God, oh my God, what was Mitch talking about? Mitch doesn't know what he's talking about. This thing is fantastic. I'm gonna show you how fantastic it is, because I have an opportunity to do so. It pulls so, it's like, oh God, I can't describe it. You have to ride this bike. I am in second. I'm gonna explode out of this corner. Watch this, watch this. You come in. I don't know why all the brakes on the bikes feel like that, where they judder. Like, what is going on? Goodness gracious. Just the best riding thing. I don't like that. I'm gonna slow way down on this one. Let them go on ahead. There we go. Very nice. This is probably my last ride. I hope the guy didn't see me, otherwise I'm probably gonna get banned from good times. Good times. Alright, let's wait. Alright, so you just... that easy, it's that easy. That was a baby wheelie. I could have got it up more, but I don't want to, you know. But this thing just storms on in. It's confident in itself. The bike feels confident. I haven't said that about any bike today. Maybe it's me. You know, the bike just communicates with me very well. Yeah. Look at that. You can just... you can just... yes, I'm gushing. I'm gushing. Ooh. Ooh. I almost just fell flat on my face. Oh, scraped my foot. Oh, this thing's fast. Oh, this thing is fast. I've never scraped my foot on my own FZ9. I've never done it. Okay, I'm sick of this. I gotta get that bike set up correctly because it doesn't make me feel as confident as, let's say, this thing does. Look at that, look at that. No foot. She's fast. I've said that too many times. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure you get the message at this point. This bike is fantastic. You need to ride this. If you're, I don't care if you don't like naked bikes. If you're looking to upgrade from a 650 or something, don't leave the Z900 or Z900 off your radar. I mean, you're doing yourself a disservice. Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty. Let's see. Lean on. Once again, the GoPro died. I really thought 40% was enough. 40% isn't even 20 minutes worth. But you got the gist of what I was saying. The bike is very smooth, very compliant, very handles very well in the corners. I honestly had no complaints about this bike other than the brakes juddering, but I don't fault the bike for that because, you know, this bike's life has been spent riding like this. So, you know, what can you say? But overall, I like the way the bike looks when I'm sitting on it. When I'm off it, I don't like how a lot of that looks, but whatever, to each its own. But when you're sitting on it and you have this look, it's great. The gauges are very minimalistic. It was fine. I like the bikini fairing. It's just fine. The bike is fine. But I appreciate you guys for watching if you actually made it this far. If not, oh well. But y'all take it easy. Later.